Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, and it's time for a video about price. I want to talk about a specific idea. It's on a topic I've covered from time to time on the channel, but what prompted me to want to speak on it a little bit further right now was there's an XRP chart analyst who is well known within our community, and he's talking about the idea of XRP effectively swallowing up the entire market. Effectively, XRP in the short term just outpacing Bitcoin, given that there's an expectation that Bitcoin's going to be hitting some resistance in the price range that it's in right now. And so we shall see. And I don't pretend to know the direction we're going to go in terms of price. I just think it's fun to follow what analysts have to say. But in terms of the potential for certain very high valuations of XRP, compared to how much is XRP worth in dollars? I think it can be substantially higher than it is today, and we're going to get into that actually a little bit, because I do mean like substantially. I do want to be clear, though, that I don't have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say, right? I just think it's fun to talk about these things as an enthusiast, but that's all it is. I'm not a professional. So doing that and making YouTube videos, that's my jam, man. That's my most favoriteest hobby I've ever had. But before we go any further, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you would please ever so delicately tap the like button, I would definitely appreciate the support. And also, if you are a fan of XRP swallowing the entire crypto market, go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambo channel, because I'll tell you at a minimum that you'll be in good company, at least. This is indeed an XRP-centric channel. And I want to start with this tweet that I put out a little bit earlier today. If you're not driving, feel free to take a look at your screen. But if you are driving, you keep your hands on the wheel at 10 and 2, motorist, lest you become crashed into an animal like a fish. Something like that might cause some serious damage. Gonna need a new fender or something like that. Ain't nobody got time for that. But there's a picture of a carrot cake, which, by the way, some people say is not cake, but I don't know. I'm down with carrot cake. It's fine. It's fine. But somebody cut a piece of cake out of this cake, a slice of cake, but I don't know if you can call it a slice, because they just cut a piece out of the inside of the cake, but it's not in a wedge shape, not even remotely. And so I saw that. First of all, it's a funny picture, and there's a sticky note right there, and with some handwriting that states, "I do what I want." I was like, damn, sassy girl, you get what you want, man. All right, okay, cool. You do you. But you know what that made me think of? I wrote the following in this tweet. I wrote, "I imagine the people that sell XRP when its price is moving sideways just to chase the pump of another coin cut like this. Emotions!" It's an emotional, completely irrational response to either purchasing cryptocurrencies or getting a piece of carrot cake. And people do it all the time. I see it, and I wonder, how long have you been in crypto? Have you not learned your lesson yet? And so there's actually somebody that wrote here, somebody named Matt Regain, and this is not to point out or laugh or anything like this, because let's be real, like, pretty much all of us with a set of ears that's listening to this right now, like, who hasn't done this before? But for those of you that new to crypto, just understand that we that have been here a while, and we consider ourselves perhaps rational individuals when it comes to buying and selling, we know this is a bad thing to do. So just, do what you want to do. I'm not telling you to buy or not buy anything. That's not the point of this. I'm just telling you in general that when people chase a pump, it almost always turns out very poorly. And so Matt Regain wrote the following in response to my tweet. "I'm that guy right now. Jumped into Yearn yesterday," that's Yearn Finance, that's a coin, cryptocurrency, "to try to catch a little of the upside and move back into XRP short term. Not going well, never again." You know what? Look, I can fully appreciate that. We've all done this, right? So, it's never to laugh at somebody about it. It's more like, it is a silly behavior, but, we got to learn from our mistakes sometimes. So, just keep this all in mind, because I think that Bitcoin's going to continue to lead the market indefinitely. And so, as Bitcoin continues to pump higher, while for some period of time it may be the case, I don't know if it will, but it may be the case that XRP trades sideways for a very long period of time. I don't know what that might be. What we did see it in 2017. It traded sideways for a good 6 months while Bitcoin ran up to about its all-time high before XRP even started to move. And what happened, though? Then XRP just burst. And had you gone and moved your money into Bitcoin, you would have bought Bitcoin damn near the top, and then XRP would have taken off without you. And so we see there's I'm telling you, the space, there's no shortage of examples like this. And I think it's a perfect time to be talking about this concept as we're seeing today's price action. So where are we today? Well, XRP is at 25.5 cents as I record this. Bitcoin is at $16,422.50. That is the highest price it's ever been while I've been running this YouTube channel. That's the highest price I've ever been able to report on it being as I'm recording. That is astonishing. This is an XRP-centric channel. I don't care. I freaking love that. I'm pro-Bitcoin. I want Bitcoin to do well. I'm more excited about XRP because I think that there's a greater, it's my humble opinion, I believe that there's a much greater opportunity for lopsided returns relative to, Bitcoin certainly, but any other asset class. I understand why. It's because markets are illiquid. There's barely any money in the space, and so it doesn't take much money flowing in to get this tremendous multiplier effect. And so while I do believe that Bitcoin in all likelihood is going to, over the next decade, outperform the stock market, pick your asset class, it's going to outperform it. I think XRP over the same time period will dramatically outperform Bitcoin because there's so much less money in it. And that's based on the information I have today. I always reserve the right to change my opinions based on and what I think is likely based on the changing environment here. So if there's something that comes along that makes me think, okay, Bitcoin's not going to be sustainable for the long haul, or XRP won't be sustainable for the long haul, okay, fine, then I'll report back on the channel here. But this is absolutely tremendous. Like, consider this. Here's the 30-day Bitcoin chart, and it's just climbing despite pullbacks here and there. And just consider that just a little over 30 days ago, Bitcoin was at about $10,000. It's now at $16,423. And so this gets to the range where we were talking about, okay, what's going to happen in terms of Bitcoin hitting resistance? Because there are multiple analysts that I've been following that have been stating, okay, yeah, there actually very well may be some resistance here, like a ton. It's not just one or two. Like, there are tons and tons of analysts, and I highlighted them, a number of them on this channel. They're saying, okay, there's going to be some resistance here, and a lot of them are saying potentially the same thing could potentially happen, which is alt season. More or less now. What we'd be talking about is maybe Bitcoin retraces a little bit from roughly this range, and then XRP and really every other coin under the sun, if this happens, there will be a rotation of the money cycle, and you'd be talking about XRP potentially getting up into like the 40, 50, 60, 70 cent range, somewhere thereabout, and maybe there would be another retracement from there, but it might not be the only alt cycle during this broader market cycle. And so if you do see pumps like that now, even if you want to call that an alt season, which is subjective, by the way, there's no like proper litmus test to determine if something is quote unquote an alt season. It's not like there's some sort of organization that says, yes, this meets the criteria for alt season. No, it's if it looks like it and it moved up big on a chart, then okay, we just generally in the world of crypto call it that. And so if you want to call that alt season, okay, I mean, if all the alts jump up like pretty much in tandem at that point, okay, fair enough. But the true rocket ship still, even if that happens, I don't think it's going to come. This is my for fun guess. I don't think it's going to come until after Bitcoin breaks its all-time high and smashes through it. And that's where I would really suspect that that XRP would trade sideways for a longer period of time, because frankly, historically, it has. And so it was Blockchain Backer. I was watching a video from him earlier today that he was kind of talking on this idea of, is it possible for XRP in the short term to swallow the market? If you're talking about Bitcoin staying about where it is, like what if XRP jumped up into the $1, $2, $3, $4, $5 range, so on and so forth, that type of concept? I mean, it would be supplanting Bitcoin and the rest of the market. And he said, well, I mean, basically what he's communicating is technically it's possible. He didn't think it was going to happen. And so I'll say, okay, I'm on the same boat technically. I'll say technically it could happen. I don't think the odds of that are high. Like, I'd say that happening in the short term anyway, less than 1%. Like I don't think it's remotely likely, which is different than the idea of XRP going up. Could that happen? Sure, I'll listen to the analyst there. If it could go up substantially, but Bitcoin's only going to stay where it's at for so long. And I think that there are enough whales in this space that would act accordingly if they see that XRP is about to get. Bitcoin is about to get supplanted in terms of market cap. It would probably be a call to action to whatever degree. Which would be an interesting spot. And like, I don't know if Bitcoin's going to be number one in terms of market cap forever, but probably for the foreseeable future if I had to guess. But that's fine. I just want a bigger pie. As an XRP holder, and even though I'm most interested in XRP and its long-term success and viability, I still want a bigger pie. So in the end, is it really going to matter to me if Bitcoin's always bigger, if that ends up being the case, and that is an if? Oh no, I'm not going to be so greedy that I'm going to be a little bitch about it if it's never the case that XRP is number one. But I'm not going to rule it out. If people start valuing cryptos in a different way in terms of expectations of cryptos actually being used for something beyond just store of value, well, if the market ends up deciding that's more important, well, okay, what do you think's going to happen? I don't know for sure if the market's going to determine that. I mean, I think that they'll ultimately figure out, yes, utility matters. I'm not disputing that. It's more so like, does the first crypto Bitcoin have to, given that it's now a standard, effectively? It's the standard store of value. Like, that's what the market's telling me. I'm not saying that it makes logical sense to me, but when something doesn't make logical sense to you, but the market's still telling you something, well, it could be a couple different things. Either you don't understand what's going on, in which case reevaluate, which I acknowledge could be the case for you. Maybe it really is the case that the market's like, no, this is number one. There's all this money in here. It deserves to be the standard. Nope, maybe that's it. Or it could be the case that the market is in such nascency that the market hasn't figured it out yet. And I don't know for sure. And I think it's a reasonable approach to just talk about it in such terms. So I don't know. But it very well may be the case that after 12 years, Bitcoin's still number one. Maybe always. I don't know. But it doesn't mean that you won't have multiple other cryptocurrencies worth substantially more than they are today. I mean, consider if XRP got up to $10, which is, for many analysts that, whether they consider themselves in the XRP community or not, the ones that are not Ripple haters and not XRP haters, it's very common to see these types of price ranges because not much money has to flow in to get a tremendous move up. It's not the case. Like, if you consider this, a $10 XRP means that the market cap would be about $4.5 trillion. Right? $4.5 trillion. Nowhere near that much money would be flowing in, and it doesn't have to. Just like today, as I'm recording this, Bitcoin, the market cap for Bitcoin, $304 billion, nowhere near that much money has flowed in. Not even close to that. I don't know what the number is, but it's definitely nowhere even close to that. And so, when you talk about these numbers, they sound staggering, but they're achievable. In my humble opinion, this is not financial advice. I'm just sharing with you my everyday Joe Schmo opinion here. I do believe that's achievable. I don't know I'm not saying for sure it's going to happen, but it doesn't seem wacky to me in the least. It really doesn't. Not even remotely. There are people that can you imagine this? Imagine it's 2011. You say Bitcoin's going to $20,000. It's like cuckoo. Except for it ultimately happened, didn't it? Even if for a brief moment in time. But I still suspect that it's going to smash through that all-time high again. And so these figures with XRP getting up to these higher levels, I just think it just requires extreme patience and not chasing after, ooh, shiny, this crypto's pumping now. I think it requires diligence. I think it requires being an adult about stuff and having an understanding that when money's pumping another coin, it's just emotional humans buying and selling, and that it's almost a certainty that jumping in as that happens is going to be a really bad idea. It's really a bad idea. I don't care what the coin is. I don't even care if it's XRP. You can buy XRP at the top of a market cycle too. And it doesn't mean that XRP won't be long-term viable, but it's just not the most opportune time to jump in emotionally. That's all I'm saying. That's it. That is all that I'm saying there. And it's true with every cryptocurrency, not just XRP, not just Bitcoin. And so for me, I'm just like, do I want to participate in this? No, thank you, madam. And so in terms of like where this is all going, I don't pretend to know where XRP is going to top off, but so many analysts out there are talking about $10, $13, $15, $20, $30 per XRP, and I don't know what we're going to hit again, especially in the next market cycle, but these numbers are not wacky to me because I understand that barely any actual money has to flow in. I also understand that there are almost no humans on the freaking planet today that are in the world of crypto. And of those that are in the world of crypto, it's less than like 0.002% or something like that own XRP. It's like almost nothing. It's almost no humans effectively on the planet even know what XRP is here. But if it's going to have long-term staying power, And if crypto is going to be a thing that's going to be here for as long as the internet exists, so imagine hundreds of years from now even, then if XRP indeed will have staying power and it's that scarce, where the hell do you think this is all going to go? It's like too many people are thinking on too short of a time frame for all of this. And that's why for me, I don't pretend to know what it's going to be, but I know that if I'm going to find success with this investment, it's going to require patience from me, extreme patience. And for me, luckily, the way that I'm wired by nature, that's not hard. If I firmly believe in whatever it may be, whatever's at hand, and I just understand this is how it is, and in this case, patience is required, yeah, not a problem. I'm not going to be a child about it. I'm not going to be one of those people who's like, it's not moving right now in other coins, or I'm going to move or stuff around it. No, I'm not going to be one of those. That's being an idiot stick. And we've all done it. We've all done it. But don't do it, right? Like, that's not financial advice. If you want to do it, fine, go do it. I'm just saying, like, for me, it doesn't make a damn bit of sense. So there we are. But these are exciting times. These are truly exciting times here. I haven't been able to report on these prices, like I said, ever, because the whole time I've run this channel, they haven't existed. I haven't seen this since the end of 2017 here. And I really believe we're on the cusp of something that's just going to be extraordinarily huge. To what degree, I don't know. Analysts that know how to read charts could make predictions, and I'm sure they're going to come up with ideas that are going to be far more accurate than anything that I could ever come up with, which is why I don't make price predictions. But I believe that wherever it ends up, the general concept that pretty much all chart analysts in the space share at this point, which is it's just going to be going up in a general sense, the macro trend, I'm on board with that. So we shall see what happens. But, man, what kind of fireworks do you guys think we're going to see over even just the next 12 months? It's exciting to think about. And I don't know. I just have a feeling because we've been in this territory long enough that I personally feel like, especially having looked historically at market cycles, not just within this asset class, it looks like we did bottom out some time ago, despite what we saw in March. Fine, got it. Global pandemic had a big impact. Got all that. I don't think prices wouldn't have gone that low outside of that. I don't believe anyway. But I think that it really does seem to be the case that we're on the upswing here, and you can just think about those people in 2017 that thought, this is like a suckers rally, but it really wasn't. Bitcoin took off in a crazy, crazy way, and those people that thought it was some sort of suckers rally sat on the sidelines, and many of them finally jumped in to purchase the Bitcoin. Even though they saw it around, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, they're like, nah, this is nothing. This is a fake out. And then they wait, and then Bitcoin gets up to almost $20,000, and then they buy, and then it crashes. Ouch. That's why, to me, timing markets and dollar cost averaging in over a long period of time makes a ton of sense. So that's what I've been doing for 3 freaking years now, and I'll continue to be patient. But that is it for this video. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.